Hello, and welcome to my guide on how to slay the Zamrock god, Kril. Out of all the bosses, Zamrock is my least favorite, or was my least favorite. Ever since the Alchemical Hydra came out, the spear has gone up by almost double, which makes this boss worth doing. In this video, I will give you the tools of destruction to fight against the demons that lurk this area. Many fear Kril since he can hit up to 46 with his melee attacks, and 50 with his special attacks. So if you are scared, then I guess you should improvise. However, with great risks comes great rewards. So the next time somebody walks by and tells you to go to hell, give them a good look into their eyes and tell them, okay. And now, let's get into it. The Zami Lord that dwells in the God Wars dungeon is one of the harder bosses there, but it's pretty easy to kill him in the DOLO. He is, however, very annoying compared to the other bosses, since the kills for this boss are very inconsistent. There will be kills that will take no time in killing him, but there will be times when the boss becomes a nightmare. He does hit through your prayer, and it will drain a few supplies each time. The main objective is to try to make each kill as smooth as possible. The main damage that you'll be taking is from the boss and not from the minions. Usually in God Wars dungeon, it's the other way around. However, this boss is one that does the DPS, since he can hit through your prayer. That is why your tank must be going underneath him every single time you get the chance. There is a T-bow method where you can run around in 5 spots. But I won't go over those type of techniques, since most people are trying to get to that stage. In this guide, I will be going over the very basic mechanics for the easiest way to kill Kril. For the stats, we want to have the tank to get 90 strength and 90 attack, and the defense should be 85. You will want to get good stats to not only have good DPS, but to be able to consistently land specs on this boss. Landing specs on this boss will help you a lot, because it will help you kill him faster. Remember, you want to kill him before he lands specs on you to avoid massive damage. Your prayer should be 70 for piety, and your mage level should be around 80 to tank the major in the room. 80 mage may not be needed if you follow the way I killed Zami. I will go over this once we get into killing Zami. The stats for your other account will be your decision. Most people like to do the melee method with the arc light. Depending on your stats for the other account, you will want to go for 90 strength and 90 attack with 80 defense. Your range should be 90 to be able to get consistent kills. Prayer should be 70 or 74 for rigor, and mage level should be around 85-90 for the DPS. The equipment for this boss varies with how much money you have. The beautiful thing about this boss is that high value items drastically make this boss easier. Unlike Bandos or Armadillo, Twisted Bow, Scythe are very effective and show results. This is probably one of the reasons why many wealthy people like to do this boss on their free time, since it is really easy with powerful weapons in this game. You don't need these items obviously, but if you plan on grinding this boss, then I suggest doing so because you will see the difference once you get the gold. For the equipment, I will be running Serpentine Helm for immunity to poison, and Blood Fury if you can get this. This is a game-changing item that will help you a lot, but it does cost about 10 mil. I still recommend getting this item as it will help you a lot, but if you don't have it, then that's fine. The rest of the gear is pretty self-explanatory, but I highly recommend getting a Ring of Suffering. Kril does a lot of magic damage, so having this ring is almost a must. The DPS account would look like this if you are a ranger, and would look like this if you are a melee. One quick thing is that you will want to have the DPS account to have prayer share. The prayer share will help you last longer, and this is almost a must, since without it, you will be using double supplies, or at least close to it. The cool thing about Zami is that they drop death runes, so if you do have a high mage level, you don't have to bring Venge for your tank, since you'll eventually get death runes. you have done Bandos, then you already know what to do. However, there is one catch, and that is to make sure that you put your ranger right next to the mage spawn, like I said before. The reason why you want to do this is because the ranger will be soaking up damage, so you want to make sure that the major is hitting your DPS account if you are using range. Since you have Krils, you will want to pray ranged so that the ranger doesn't destroy you. Everything else is pretty much the same as Bandos, where the tank goes underneath the boss to hit Zami. That pretty much sums it up, but just remember to make sure that your HP is around 60. You don't want to get comboed out by the boss since he can hit super high with his spec. There are many ways to tank and kill the Zami, but the other ways requires more GP, like the Justasar Ellie method where you pray mage. Maybe in the future, I can do a comparison of each boss with different welfare setup. If you guys are down to see this type of stuff, leave a comment down below and tell me what you guys want to see. If you guys want to get the latest guides for DOLO series, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification. Anyways, that's going to wrap up everything, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!